Warning, this chapter contains nudity? Well, to recap what just happened in the episode before we get started on this one, basically Yuri took care of us while we are sick. And what does this mean? Warning, the next chapter contains nudity. You have the option to skip it, just the content, not the whole chapter. Do you wish to skip it? Hmm, I'm not I'm not sure if that's true though. Like, is it? Surprise me, Matt. Surprise me. Act 3, Chapter 1, Snow Day. A few days pass by, and my cold has finally gone away. I get up from my bed and stretch. I start getting ready for school. All of a sudden, I get a message on my phone. It's from Sayori. Hey, Midbit. There's no school today because of the snow. Have fun today. Snow? Really? I go over my window and look outside. To my surprise, there's a thick blanket of snow outside. I wasn't expecting that at all. I did always enjoy getting off from school because of the snow. So many great memories. What should I do since there's no school? Hmm, maybe I could go see Yuri? I'm feeling much better since I last saw her. I did promise her that we would do something after we got better. Oh my goodness. Wait, I think I think I think I know what's gonna come. All of a sudden I receive a phone call from Yuri. I pick up my phone and answer. Hello? Hey, Midbit. Hey, Yuri. I was just about to call you. Oh, really? Yeah, I was about to ask if you wanted to spend time together since school is out. That would be wonderful. Did you want me to come over? Sure, I'll be over as soon as I can. Alright, see you when you arrive. Please be careful on your way here. Reassuring Yuri that I will do so, I hang up. I then start getting ready. I have to make sure to wear an extra layer of clothing just in case. I finish getting dressed and head downstairs. I'm taking a couple of books, a container of hot cocoa, and a small blanket. I double check to make sure I have everything. That's everything. I finally head outside. Wow! Small changes, but it's actually cool. It's even colder than I expected. I need to get to Yuri's quick. I arrive at Yuri's house and she invites me in. You seem a little cold. Yeah, I wasn't expecting the snow at all, to be honest. I kind of forget that it's winter already. I know, isn't it exciting? I've always loved the snow. It's just so pretty to look at. I can think of someone else that's pretty to look at. Oh, I think Yuri caught on really quick. Her entire face is red. You really think that? I don't think. I know you are. Yuri's blushing even more. Thank you, Midvit. I kiss Yuri on the cheek. She smiles at me. So, would you like to do some reading? Sure, I'd love to. Great, but before we do, would you like me to make some hot chocolate? Hot chocolate? Oh, that sounds wonderful. I don't have the mix for that, I'm afraid. No worries, I brought some. You did? I reach into my bag and pull out a small cylindrical container that contains cocoa mix. Alright, I guess we'll have some hot chocolate then. Do you want to sit down while I make it? Actually, if you don't mind, I'll make it. Are you sure, Midget? Yeah, I insist. Alright, I'll go ahead and sit down then. Let me know if you need any help, of course. Yuri goes into the living room and sits on the couch. I go into the kitchen. I pull out a small cooking pot and some milk. I then pour milk into the pot and slowly start warming it up. It's ready. I take the pot off the stove and pull out two mugs from the cabinet. I pour the milk into each cup and mix it with the cocoa. I carefully take the mugs, one in each hand, and stop and go to the living room. As I enter the living room, I notice that Yuri has built us a fire. It will really help set the mood, especially on a snowy day like this. As I place the mugs on the table, I can feel the heat from where I'm standing. Yuri turns around. Thank you, Midbit. You're so sweet. No trouble at all. I sit down next to Yuri. She plants a quick kiss on my cheek and as I pull out a blanket for us. We both grab the book with one hand and start reading. It isn't long before we got lost in the story. We finish a few chapters in silence. I'm completely engrossed in the story. I can see why Yuri gets so involved. Speaking of Yuri, I'm curious as what she thinks about it. I look over at Yuri. She looks a little worried. It's almost like she isn't paying attention, or at the very least, she can't focus. Is she not enjoying the book? Maybe she's not feeling well. I don't want to assume anything, so I just ask, Yuri? I lightly nudge Yuri's shoulder. Yuri. Huh? Yuri snaps back into reality. She was so lost in thought that she must have forgotten I was right next to her. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm just a little distracted is all. Are you sure? You can take a break if you want. Yeah, I'm fine. Really, it's nothing. Let's continue, shall we? Yuri asked me nervously, almost as if she's pleading me not to continue the conversation. Alright. I figured it's probably best not to press Yuri for a reason. I don't want to step over any boundaries, so I'll just leave it be, at least for now. We continue reading in silence. We've been reading for a while now. Yuri finally says something. I can't seem to focus. Would you like to take a break? You can always come back to it later. Well, if you're okay with it. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I make a mental note of where we left off and close the book. I then gently set the book on the table. As I'm doing so, I look over at Yuri's mug. Mine is nearly half empty, but Yuri barely touched her mug at all. Yuri turns around and looks outside. I thought at first she was admiring the snow, but it looks like she's staring into nothing. Something's on her mind. What could it be? It's beautiful out there, don't you think? Yeah, it is. Even her voice doesn't have the same tone that I'm so used to. I'm so confused. So am I. So am I, MC. Yuri? Yuri looks at me. Yes? Is there something wrong? No, everything's fine. Yuri? No, really, I'm fine. Yuri, if there's something that's bothering you, you can tell me. I'm here for you. Yuri looks away. What's up? I know. I'm just afraid to tell you. Yuri, you don't have to be afraid of telling me anything. You'll hate me if I did. No, I won't. I promised to be here for you, remember? Oh no, the music's gone. Yuri stands up. She slowly paces the room with her arms crossed. As she does so, I look into her eyes. Yuri looks like she's on the verge of crying. What could possibly be going through her mind? I give her the time she needs. Yuri takes a deep breath. Mid. Do you ever get this feeling that the good things you have in life will never last? That you won't have the time to truly appreciate what you have, and before you know it, what you do have will be gone forever. I think to myself for a moment, I've never been asked such a serious question before. I I suppose I do. I think we all have that feeling from time to time. Is there a reason you're feeling that? Yuri looks at me. Wait, are you saying that You're afraid of losing me? Yuri doesn't answer but simply nods. Yuri, I would never leave you. I love you. Yuri starts crying. I love you too, Midbit. I just... There's something you need to know. Yuri shrugs. Even though Yuri is crying profusely, she's trying desperately to hold back her tears. She then raises her hand to her sleeve. She slowly pulls it back. She showed us her scars. As she pulls down her sleeve, I stare in utter shock. Her arm is completely covered in scars. Some are old while others are fresh. I can't believe what my eyes are seeing. Oh God. I stand up and go over to Yuri. I hold her arm and examine it closely. She looks away, ashamed. Yuri, why? Why would you do this? She hesitates for a moment before speaking again. She's choking on her own words. I... I've been lonely for the better part of my life. The knife collection was just that, a collection. But as the years went by, I became more reserved. People always rejected me and treated me as a burden. I became more sad and eventually I would resort to cutting. I felt like it was the only way to cope with my problems. Reading and writing helped a little, but it was only a temporary relief. Sorry. I eventually did it so much that I got accustomed to the pain, and I could never stop doing it. Does your father know? Yuri shakes her head. I kept it a secret from him for as long as I can remember. You're the only person I've ever told. Yuri? I've never told anyone because I had nobody else to share with. Nobody would care at least. I was afraid of telling you because I thought you'd leave me. You're the only person that accepted me for who I am. And I was keeping secrets from you. This is just how it has to be. I'll be this way for the rest of my life. As a lonely, shy girl that nobody loves. I betrayed your trust, Midbit. I'm sorry. Yuri walks into her bedroom feeling ashamed. I gently called out to her, but she ignores my plead. Not knowing what to say, I get up from the couch and follow her. Yuri is sitting on her bed, her hands covering her face. As I take a moment to compose myself, I calmly sit down next to her. I've been so caught off guard that I have a hard time telling how I feel. Taking it slowly, I wrap my arms around her. Yuri returns my embrace shortly after. Aww. I gently pat Yuri's head. Your hugs are so warm, Midbit. It's okay, Yuri. He remained silent for a while. Yuri, I'm sorry. She looks at me. What are you sorry for? For not trying harder to understand your situation. You've always said that you were treated differently, but I never realized it was this bad. She's crying into my shirt. After all these years, I finally found someone who finally accepted and loved me for who I was. I was selfish and kept things hidden from you. When I met you, I started to feel happy again. I even tried to stop cutting entirely, but I guess some things can never really go away. I'm sorry I never told you. It still doesn't change my mind about you though. Really? Not one bit. Yuri, no matter how bad you think it may get, I will never leave you. When I told you that I love you, I meant it. You're such an amazing person. You're talented, beautiful, and just very genuine. You're unlike any girl I've ever met. Trust me, I'm not mad at you. I want to help you. The feels I'm getting... I'm trying to not be so emotional, but it hits the heart. I don't know why. It hits my heart. I don't want you to hurt yourself anymore. I want to stop, but I'm not sure if I can. No matter how much I tell myself I shouldn't be doing it, these urges, they always come back. It's a never-ending cycle. I'm going to help you in any way I can. Have you considered seeing a therapist? I have, yes. Maybe you should give it a try. I want to, but I'm afraid. I don't want to go alone. Would it help if I came with you? We both release each other. Yuri wipes away her tears. You would do that for me? Without a doubt, Yuri. I'm here for you. I don't care how long it takes. I want to see you get better. Yuri smiles at me. Mid-bit. Oh! What was that? I expected Yuri to say something, but she simply hugs me. I fall back down onto the bed. Then Yuri starts kissing me. I'm a little shocked at first, but I kiss her back. She wraps her arms around my neck. I do the same. Yuri's lips are just that soft. Just like I remember from the last time. Yuri presses her chest against mine, adding to my excitement. I can even smell her perfume. Is it lavender scented? Maybe jasmine. Regardless, it's very enticing. It smells wonderful and it isn't overpowering. It's almost like she planned this before I came over. This is so overwhelming that I can hardly breathe. Not that I'm disliking my current situation. Yuri stops to tell me something. I love you, Bit. I always have. I can hardly speak. Partially because I'm nearly out of breath from our lips being locked together, but also because of these words. Even though we're both expressing our feelings for each other in the past, it never fails to make me happy. My heart is racing. I love you too, Yuri. I can't imagine my life without you. The feels and the fact that I kind of relate to the situation, ah! She smiles and turns right back to kissing me. Just like when I first kissed Yuri, I learned that she was surprisingly very good at it. She's even better now. Just when I think it's over, we continue for a little longer. After what feels like an eternity, Yuri finally moves back to let me catch my breath. Oh my goodness. It feels like I just re-emerged from the ocean's surface, gasping desperately for air. Well, that was unexpected. My heart's racing, I can barely breathe, and my face is red. Oh my goodness. Yuri giggles all of a sudden. What's so funny? I wasn't done yet? Huh? Yuri's heavily blushing. One moment. Yuri? Before I could finish my sentence, Yuri already started unrolling her sweater, followed by other pieces of what the? Her clothes hit the floor. All I can do is stare in amazement. Yuri's body is perfectly curved. I quickly begin removing my clothes as well. Wait, nobody said what? Huh? Oh my goodness, what the? Huh? Huh? What? No. Nobody. Wait. I did not sign up for this. What the? Uh, okay. When I said surprise me, I meant that as a joke, but I'm genuinely Oh my goodness. What the? This is both wholesome and lewd at the same time. It, it's so wholesome. Oh my goodness. Ah! I wanna scream like a little girl, but what the hell? Oh my goodness. I'm shaking. I can't even press my keyboard. Wait, I'm trying to. Mm. Ah, I need to catch my breath. Oh my goodness. My heart's racing and I can barely hold my keyboard. Yuri and I have been like this for quite some time now. Oh my goodness, my voice is even shaking. Wait. Wait. I've completely lost track of time if I'm being honest. Yuri's soft, warm skin feels incredible against my own. Her round bosoms feel equally amazing. I slowly move my hand from Yuri's hip to her breasts, fondling them with great pleasure. Oh my goodness, this is this is both lewd and wholesome. I didn't expect anybody to love me as much as Yuri. Not to put myself down, but I never thought I'd be in a position such as the one I'm in right now. This isn't fiction. This is real. I'm making love with a girl I severely adore. A girl I want to please, hold dear, and take care for the rest of my life. The scars don't even bother me. If anything, they make me love Yuri more. Oh my goodness, this is so wholesome. Hmm, I wish somebody would tell that to me. She's a vulnerable girl, and that is enough to make me care for her. I just want to be there for her, to let her know that she doesn't have to face her problems alone. Yuri doesn't need protection. She needs someone to be there for her, someone she can relate to. I love you, Midbit. I love you, Yuri. I'll always love you. The scars, they don't bother you at all. Not even a little. I'm glad you were able to tell me about them. You're beautiful, Yuri, with or without them. Yuri smiles, kisses me, and pulls me closer to her. It's as if time has almost stopped completely. I just want to enjoy this moment I have with her. Oh my goodness, I was not expecting that. My heart's racing, I can barely breathe, I can barely speak, and my hand's shaking.